It's another tournament, and it's another tournament that England have been kicked out of due to a penalty. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. England won. France 2, knocked out, quarterfinals. Ollie, how are you, mate?
Oh, I just feel absolutely deflated. I don't know how to feel.
Yeah. I mean,
Harry Kane.
I think one thing I would say is, we didn't go out with a whimper. I thought we played well in the big part of the game, and what it came down to is the end is Kane missing a penalty, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I didn't think either team played great, to be honest. I thought we were unlucky with some of the decisions from the ref.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think Grealish should have come on. I think Grealish should have come on for Hendo a bit earlier in the game.
Yeah.
We didn't have enough creativity in midfield. I didn't think really.
Yeah, I think we had to see Rashford earlier on, and I think
Yeah.
just the substitutions were a little bit late. But I thought let's head into 56 years of hurt, and it continues. Rolling Euros in 2 years. Oh well, back to proper football now, isn't it? It's good to go out of a tournament with your heads held high compared to previous tournaments where it's been embarrassing. Overall, Ollie, we played okay tonight. We didn't go out there and we weren't shocking. We gave them a good go. I thought we nullified Mbappe quite well. We looked pretty dangerous with the ball, and I thought overall we did okay. And we had a couple of questionable refereeing decisions in there as well. Just unlucky in the end, and it's what it is, isn't it?
Certainly is, yeah. I felt sorry for the boy. I felt sorry for Kane though, all that weight on his shoulders. But I don't know.
Yeah, you've got to feel sorry for him, because God knows what he's feeling like now. He's missed a penalty that's, defied England from sending it to extra time, maybe and getting through to the semi-final. Let's take some more of your comments. issue 58. Sometimes you need luck. Refs didn't like us, but we certainly matched the world champions. We did, without a doubt. We were so unlucky as always, and Lloris best players, Friedman and Lloris best players on the night. Good old Kane. I knew he would miss the pen. Second time around, I don't know, Ollie. I just had a bad feeling about the second penalty, and it was right in the end.
Yeah, I don't know. He looked like he went to put it in the same corner as the one before.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought the overall performance for England was quite good. I don't think we played too bad. I just, like you said, the substitutions were too late. Grealish should have come on, I think, for Henderson. I don't think Henderson had a great game today, really. He needed more creativity in midfield. I don't think, I don't know. I just don't feel so down at the moment.
Yeah. It's just deflating. And for Kane, he had a great first penalty. You couldn't fault it. 10 out of 10, hit it hard into the corner. And then second time around, obviously knowing Lloris as well. Seeing probably Lloris saving and trying to save penalties against Kane week in, week out at Tottenham. Maybe that played on Kane's mind. He didn't quite know what to do, and he ended up just completely skying it in the end.
That's it. It's just probably the extra pressure, isn't it, on him? Like you said, Lloris probably knows him quite well from from Tottenham. I don't know. I'm gutted. Oh no, it's another 4 years to wait to try again. Oh God.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's bring
Rob
in.
It's a shocker,
what do you make it up, mate?
See you there.
What do you make it up, mate?
Good evening. I've got no sound again by the sounds of things.
Oh, just talk. Oh, you there?
No sound again, but I don't think you need sound to hear how disappointed I am.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Jake. I'll just tell you what I think.
Yeah.
I'm gutted. I can't remember watching such a dominant England performance and losing. I mean, what is that all about? Bear in mind they had 12 men. That referee was an absolute joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke, an absolute joke. The first goal shouldn't have stood. Yeah. It was an absolute joke. I'm disgusted. I'm gutted. And I'm still deaf because I can't hear anything.
That's all right. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Cheers. I'll just keep my about. Unfortunately, you couldn't hear us there, but yeah, I think his words sort of sum up. Do you think that first goal? Do you think that was a foul on Saka? I thought it was a bit
definitely.
soft.
I agree with it. I thought England were unlucky. I think we did play well. I did. We didn't create a great deal in the final third. Neither did France. But I thought England were just as bad. But we were definitely unlucky with decisions. Definitely. The first goal was definitely a foul on Saka, and then Kane could have had a penalty in the first half as well. So I think the referee did have a big part of that. I thought we were unlucky. I really did.
Yeah. I just got the feeling that the referee completely lost it at points, and it just completely lost control of it. And I think they went through with not giving that penalty. I've got no idea what he was seeing to not give that penalty. The first time around, obviously it went to VAR, and he did give it in the end. There's no way he couldn't have given it looking at VAR. So we made the right decision there, and it was just down to Kane in the end. I do feel sorry for him having to take 2 penalties, and he just did the Spurs. He bluffed it at the end, and yeah, it's just disappointing. Let's take some more comments. Yeah. Lawrence, I hope you are. Thank you very much for joining us. SDG Gaming, looks like Southgate's taken us as far as he can. Time for Thomas Tuchel to bring us forward. I'll tell you what, this might be unpopular, but apart from a couple of substitutions that may have impacted things a little bit earlier and a little bit different, I don't think Southgate could have done a hell of a lot tonight. I wouldn't have brought Mount on 100%. I agree with everybody there. I think Rashford and Grealish should have came on earlier, but apart from that, I don't think Southgate's done a lot wrong.
No, I agree. I didn't think France were very good. I thought France were quite lucky in some of the decisions. Yeah. I thought it was too much pressure on Kane. I think Kane was, like you said, he was just too pressurised in the second quarter, the second penalty, and I think the only bad decision he made was I would have brought Grealish on for Henderson, sort of 65 minutes, possibly second half.
Yeah.
I just think they lacked a bit of creativity. I thought Griezmann in France was good, in the first half. I thought they created a little bit more flair. And that's what we lacked a bit of creativity in midfield. Bellingham didn't play as good as he has done. But that's where I just think that second creative midfielder would have helped. But that's one thing he didn't do, I suppose. Yeah. Southgate. So you could blame him for that.
Yeah. Phil says hope Morocco win the tournament. WG58 says we kept the Batman quiet, but it cost us 2 players to close them down, which left Griezmann to play everywhere. Still proud of our boys, although obviously I'm a bit deflated. Yeah, I can't disagree with that at all. Yeah, should have kept Saka on. I thought a couple of the substitutions were a little bit questionable. I do agree with that personally. Saka definitely grew into it a lot more in that second half. I think we've just lost Ollie there. Hopefully try and get him back. Would love to see Morocco win the World Cup. If not, time for the GOAT to complete his legacy. 100% agree. Yeah, I'd love to see Morocco win it. If they don't, I'd like to see Argentina win it, to be honest. Grealish should have came on early, disappointing from the lack of production from Foden. Yeah, Foden didn't offer too much there. I would have brought on Grealish and Rashford a lot earlier. And that Rashford chance at the end, I thought it was in. We had so many chances. We had that sort of chance that Saka sort of hit and it just went wide. We had a couple of headers. Harry Maguire, I think, had a header. A couple that just grazed the post as well. Unlucky in the end, playing against an obvious 12 men out there tonight was difficult with that just embarrassing referee. And of course I'm deflated, gutted and all the rest of it, but I'm proud of them because we didn't go out with a whimper. A lot of people came into this competition, including me, with a lot of negativity, thinking we wouldn't get very far. I personally didn't say we'd get past the quarters, but I thought we'd get it just about, and it was going to be a poor performance in this round, but it wasn't. We played well, and it was just down to, overall, I'm just disappointed because of the fact that for a big proportion of that game, we dominated them pretty much until they scored that second goal in the second half. France, they had one other shot. They just didn't do anything at all in that second half. They had one chance up until that goal in the second half, and that was when we scored and they went out the other end and Pickford made that good save. But apart from that, I can't recall another moment where they looked really dangerous before they scored that second goal. It's just a game of taking chances. We talked about it a little bit earlier on the build-up show, and it was we've got to take our chances. And unfortunately tonight, Maguire had a chance, Saka had a couple of chances. Just couldn't quite get it there. Fair enough, Phil. Fair enough. We were unfortunate, says Jay, but what else can we expect now to hope West Ham can climb up the table? Indeed. Yes, Saka was our best attacking player. Oh, look, a Spurs player losing us the game. What a surprise. Yeah, initially it's all anger towards him, but to be honest, somebody has got to put an arm around him because it's difficult. And, when taking 2 penalties in such a pressure situation is difficult. We completely controlled that second half and we got the penalty, and obviously Kane had to take it, but he just felt like he was a little bit indecisive. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what way to go, especially with Lloris being the keeper that he faces week in, week out in training, which didn't help us at all. And he just bluffed it in the end and put it over the bar. If he felt indecisive like that, you've got to hit it along the floor for me. And then if the keeper guesses the right way, then fair enough. But it's nothing worse than hitting it over the bar. You've either just got to keep it down as a must, or if you don't think you can do that, you've got to hit it along the floor. And he just couldn't do either of them, unfortunately. Jay says, I hope so. On a bright side, fingers crossed, Rice comes back now and decides to save us. I'll tell you what, talking about Rice, I thought he was excellent tonight. There's been a few question marks about him so far in this competition, but I thought he was excellent tonight, breaking up play as he always does. I thought he was absolutely excellent. A couple of really good runs forward, interceptions that started off attacks as well, and I thought he was absolutely brilliant, to be honest with you. James says, I know it'll all be Southgate out this, Southgate out that, but against the world champions, I thought England were the best team. # Southgate in. Yeah, we were the better team. There was no denying that. We controlled it, as Lawrence says here. We completely controlled that second half, and we just didn't get a goal to. We just didn't get a goal to count for it in the end. And if you don't shoot, you don't score, and if you don't score, you don't win. And that's what happened. We didn't take our chances in the end, and when we did get that big golden chance, of course, getting that penalty, and again at the end, it was unlucky with that Rashford chance that just hit the top of the goal. Then at the end of the day, you're not going to go through. You need to score, and we just couldn't quite do that. To be honest, if we would have secured extra time, I think we would have beaten. We had the momentum. They were poor in the second half, I thought, and overall, I didn't think they were brilliant at all. Ollie has rejoined us. Ollie, how are you?
Sorry about that. Sorry, Jake. I got called up. We're in the pub. We're all pissed. There's still some enjoyment going on.
That's all right. Ollie, give us your final thoughts, mate.
Final thoughts. Absolutely gutted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Next time we get it right. Come on, England. Next time we win it.
Oh, I love it. Ollie.
Yeah, we win.
I think it's just down to in the end not taking our. We just lost Ollie. Again, not taking our chances, and we didn't win the game. But proud of the boys because we played well tonight, and we thoroughly deserved to get through. We didn't in the end. That's football, and we've Kane and England and certainly Kane have had to find that out the hard way tonight. But we've got to pick ourselves up, get ready for the qualifiers in the Euros next year. But in the short term, we've got to get back to league football. Let's hope that Morocco win the World Cup, and then we can get back and focus on West Ham versus Arsenal on Boxing Day. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. As you can tell, we're all deflated tonight. As to be expected, we're out of the World Cup. There was so much hope. There was so much expectation, and I think we did deliver that in the end, and just couldn't quite get it. He is a Liverpool fan, Lawrence. Jay says Rashford should have played the whole of the second half. Yeah, can't agree. Budgie, hope you're well, mate. Hey Jake, I'm not happy bunny right now, but hey, France are the world champions. They certainly are, and we weren't poor by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, of course I'm deflated, gutted, and all the rest of it, but I'm not angry because of the fact is that we were really poor. We gave it a good go tonight. We did nullify threat from Mbappe, which did mean losing Walker's attacking threat and at some points a couple of other players as well. But we did that. We nullified them, and we just couldn't quite keep hold of Griezmann in the end, and he put a superb ball into the box, and Giroud just gets the header. And to be fair, in the end, completely against the run of play. They didn't look like scoring at all. They just pop up and score, even though we dominated it. That's football, I'm afraid. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, everybody, for the support over this World Cup period. Of course, difficult for us content creators to really do anything but talk about the World Cup at the moment, because quite frankly, A, I don't want to talk about West Ham, and B, it's just been overall difficult. So thank you very much for all of your support during this World Cup, where it's 16 days until that game against Arsenal in the Premier League. So we'll have some more content, of course, for the World Cup and building up to that game as well. Thank you very much. And yeah, there we go. That's it. We're out. Another tournament we are out of. Thank you very much. And we'll catch you soon right here on West Ham Unofficial. Cheers, guys. And bye-bye.